Hello, everybody. September 18th, 2025, Polaris Media Police Crimes Report. I am Christopher Wood. These here are OPP, human traffickers, drug traffickers, sex slave traffickers. Each and every one of them are guilty of torture crimes, my identity theft with 100% proof, and attempted murder for OPP drug supply. Blair Hardy, the guy in the glasses, the guy in the black hat has many alias names: Bill Woldridge, Bill Coldridge, Bill Della Rossable, James Bubbles, Stephen Maven, Robert Cross. Guilty of stalking, torturing, and causing my mother's death in 2020. The guy on the bottom in the red shirt, or the red hair, and the goatee, Jason Gimpy Two-Step Van Alstyne. He is a crackhead. He is guilty of brain injuring, stalking, torture crimes against me, identity theft, and attempted homicide with the intent to commit disability fraud. Tyler T. Bag Lake is the other guy with the red hat. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog. He is guilty of arson attempts on a previous address, stabbing threats. He is the boyfriend lover to OPP drug cop Robert Kane. He is guilty of being involved with my identity theft and attempted murder with intent to commit with proof. Shit. There is also others as well. My cousin Dale Hartwick, he is guilty of first-degree attempted murder with the intent to commit. He is my cousin, and he personally told me he was involved before he realized what he said. Used to date my wife, is in a permanent meth psychosis, is a schizophrenic, thinks that I am Maggie, a woman named Maggie, his girlfriend actually, or madam. He is guilty of torture crimes on me, brain injury me. He is a child sex slave trafficker. He is guilty of attempted homicide with intent to commit. Once again, I can prove his guilt. Dale Hartwick's boyfriend, Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns, guilty of blinding me in my right eye, thinks that I am a wolf. He is guilty of attempted paralyzing me, skull splitting me, and attempted homicide. He is a speedhead. They are all registered sex offenders, drug addicts, and drug traffickers with and for OPP. Jason Van Alstyne sells laced fentanyl between Napanee and Kingston for OPP drug cop Robert Kane committing overdose homicides. I am the end of my bloodline. You are guilty of completely, changing my identity, 6 years of torture, 6 years slavery, having my mother stalked and killed, having my dogs tortured and killed. When people disappear, families are murdered and missing. It is the police. It is their junkies. It is the lies, the time buying, the cover ups, arrest refusals, false arrests, the kidnapping, the sex assaults, the extortion, the medical file falsifications for treatment refusals, discrimination, and blacklisting, assuring victims get no help or proof. I was shot August 6th by ex-OPP chief or commander on the corner of Bridge and Center Street in Napanee, Ontario after speaking their crimes. He was driving a white Jeep Wrangler. He went by, waved at me. I waved back. A black truck pulled up beside him, pointed something, shot it, and it went into my right ear. I've actually been seeing the same black truck a lot lately. I have been through serious skull deforming, serious brain injuring, body mutilations. No matter what I've been able to show or prove, I have no medical rights, no legal rights, no human rights. When Ontario provincial police and other cops want murders, they assure them obstructions, threats, forced confinement, and more to assure that they get their homicides and they have them covered up. There is Ontario provincial police and their low-life pieces of shit. There is Lennox and Addington County General Hospital Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, who is the girlfriend to a Stacy, a Kingston AMHS worker. She is guilty of file falsifications for my treatment refusals, discrimination, and blacklisting. She is guilty of giving me false CAT scans while giving my original ones away to her girlfriend, Stacy, Kingston AMHS, and Spencer Mills, 14716 OPP. Staff Sergeants, OPP, year 2019-2021, kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward, Christine Schultz, Stacy, once again the mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS. No association with them in any way, shape, or form either. And Shelley Huffner had me kidnapped May 27, 2021, 24 hours after me asking for help with crimes against me. Spencer Mills, 14716. He shows up at your door. Make sure you have body bags because there will be dead people behind him. He is a serial killer. And Robert Kane, 7224, OPP drug cop. Their accomplices, their criminal doctors, the justice of the peace is also involved. Threats, accusations, intimidations, obstructions, stating I was high and hallucinating, being high on marijuana and hallucinating, being sodomized because it was done through the police to prevent any arrest or charging on them, having me falsely charged twice in an attempt to give me a criminal record not previously had, no association with anyone prior to crimes happening to me, and speaking of their crimes. There is another, he is a crackhead, low-life piece of shit. He actually introduced himself as being me while high on crack and talking about collecting ODSP as well. Intimidation, threats, obstructions, and more over the course of 6 years. Even police making me homeless. Plus the medical blacklisting and everything else against me. You are guilty of not only having my mother tortured, stalked, and her life taken, you are guilty of having my dogs tortured, full physical identity theft of me, slave torture, forced confinement, attempted murder. When people disappear, families are murdered or missing, regardless of who it is. It's police-involved crimes. Possibly identity thefts, serious brain injuring while having them medically blacklisted or locked up illegally somewhere to prevent them helping proof of the crimes against them. I have tubes in my head now which could be proven. I have a balloon in the back of my head now which swells up, restricts my head to the point where my head caves in on my temple area. My skull has been 50 different shapes and sizes. It's been flat and rounded out, elongated, and more, with proof, and not being able to do anything no matter what is done to me. I can't do a fucking thing about it. Once again, my medical rights, legal rights, human rights have been taken. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, beware, especially disabled, because this is about these drug addict lowlives and the cops committing these homicides and identity thefts to frame victims and murder them with their junky low-life pieces of shit so they can commit identity and disability and insurance frauds against their victims. And that's exactly why they will not arrest them without $22,000. You are guilty of ending a bloodline for fucking ODSP fraud and revenge retaliation for me speaking of police, human trafficking, homeless exploitation for monetary gain out of the Morning Star mission, and money laundering as well. As a result, I became a target, which I certainly do not regret, especially if it helps save somebody from these low lives. Even though I've been going through this for 6 years, there is also another one too, named Raymond LeBlanc. He lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria in Napanee, approximately 55 years old. He is a child groomer. He is an animal torturing, killing piece of shit as well. Congratulations, OPP, and everybody else and the other cops involved. I still want names and badge numbers too. And one way or another, if I cannot get arrested charging on people because I don't have $22,000, because these pieces of shit lowlifes can implicate all the cops, including themselves, in their crimes that they are guilty of, so they cannot be arrested. They have full immunity, of course. Completely and totally fucking my head, hoping that I go crazy and hoping that I forget about this. So I'll end up thinking that everything against me has been normal. So when you decide to frame me or fuck me over even more, it'll be easier for you to get away with against me because I will be mentally incapacitated. I've had strokes, I've had heart attacks, I've had serious lung and kidney damage done to me. My food, when I eat, goes to the right side of my body, not my kidneys. Once again, I get piss and shit going through my head and my face from a tube I get in my throat that bulges up, that goes to the back of my neck, where I get air going through me with the piss and shit through my midbrain. It's been completely and totally split my skull and my occipital lobe through my midbrain. If I could get an MRI or a CAT scan, it would prove certainly a lot of damages internally done to me, because I've certainly shown a lot of proof of damages externally done to me, even though it's done no good. Once again, human trafficking, sex slavery trafficking, torture crimes, murders, and cover ups for ODSP frauds, drug trafficking, drug lacing, elderly stalking, tortures and murders, animal tortures and murders is what is happening. I'm just asking once again, like I've asked before, because I have no medical rights, no legal rights, no human rights. If I even give my location to try to get medical help, even though it would do no good, I am risking family members being murdered as well. So, obviously, to prevent my nephew and my wife from possibly being killed, I am under a gag order. I hope you're happy with what you've done to me and what you've gotten away with and what you're getting away with. But once again, I'm saying this: do not throw my body into a ditch to be found later on. Anything more happens to me by anyone in any way, shape, or form, this has been revenge, and it will still be revenge, retaliation against me. I'm going to